Alright, attack! Don't mind if I do. Gotta keep these going. Hold on, where is it? I have a note here somewhere. Not that one. Shields are next. Okay, shields. Which are made out of iron swords, somehow. Anyway. Yeah. It's a pain, but I gotta craft stuff for these new ones. The attack one is fine, but the speed and the defense ones are gonna be a pain. Defense, I'm gonna need to make a good shield. I can actually get away with wooden armor, because wooden armor has the same defense value as mithril armor for some reason. But I'm going to need an iron accessory as well. And, yeah, wind, I'm going to need armors and bows. I think I have a good wind accessory at the moment, though, at least. Alright, so... big changes. First one, this is a titanic shift in my stuff here. Okay, let's just switch to fire. I want my fire swords. Yes, I have so many plus 20 fire weapons and so many spare fire just materials to craft stuff out of. Okay, so this is 52,000. Okay. Okay, you're 41. We'll use you two as my benchmark. Your attack power shouldn't matter, but it's 17,000. Let's go for somebody lower. Okay, you have an attack of 700. And you've got an attack of 41,000. Now I pop this guy in here. And that 41 just became 56. And that just became 4,000 from basically being nothing. You know, like 10 extra. You had 11,000. Oh my gosh. What was your attack again? I can't remember anymore, but it's a huge buff. Going to 46,000. Yeah, we can get away without having Fafnir around now. I kind of want to growth Balrog a bit more. He's got so many hit points. He should be in the front row. I don't remember why I have two defenders. It has to have something to do with the dungeon, right? Except the book can be anything. I don't know, maybe the book should change forms. Who knows what I should do. But what I definitely need to do is You got 52,000 as well? I love it! I love it! Oh, man. Okay. So you are quite formidable. Oh, man, our attack powers are crazy high now. This is amazing. Where's my volcano? Didn't I just remove the volcano? Oh, there you are. That's right in front of me. Okay, there we go. In theory, we hit even harder than we did before, even though we changed out. I guess you're going to have to equip that thing now. I kind of... non-mages with this have a chance to ignore defense. But on the other hand, I could give it to Fafnir and let him use this. I mean, how ridiculous would that be? Because that would give him even higher attack to boost every single unit I've got. On the other hand, it says it's really good elemental stats. Alright, let's see about this for a minute. Alright. Let's compare. You're 56,000. If I give you the Wonder Axe and put you in. Okay. You know what? The difference is marginal. I appreciate that every single pet would benefit from this, but I'm gonna go ahead and stick with the flaming sword. The flaming sword of awesomeness is plenty good for you. Cuts a little bit of the health we'll get off. See, it tells me it's 10,000, but it's more complicated because it is based on what your attack power was. Because, I mean, the book doesn't have 10,000, obviously. Now it's got... It's a little bit more complex, but anyway. Yeah, it's pretty good. Alright, I guess I'll give this volcano. So this, instead of having 52,000, is gonna have 54,000. Yeah, it's marginal. It's a marginal improvement. But, you know, it also boosts all the elements, and, you know, maybe I'm gonna give this to somebody else. You know what? I don't know what to do with the Wonder Axe. Look, it can ignore defense sometimes. I guess it should be in the hands of an assassin, then, instead of a mage, right? I'm not really big on assassins as a rule, but I have a couple of them here. How would one of you like to ignore the enemy's defenses? I can't give it to the sniper because he'd only swing once, and I'm pretty sure defense doesn't matter with the kind of power he has. We'll talk about him in a second. I feel weird giving it to the coin. I kind of want to give it to the giant monkey, but he's not even in any of my teams anymore. This might be it. These two assassins might just be... Well, I mean, then there's the alien, of course, but that's not really a damage dealer on that team. Not really, when you look at the team. I mean, I guess I've got Carno. He's a valid option for having it. I guess. I guess. I don't know. I wasn't really expecting to deal with the axe. Like, didn't really have a plan for it, but... Alright, look, you're gonna now sometimes ignore armor. You attack 3 times, so basically 1 in 3 rounds, that axe is just gonna slip right through the opponent. And your attack power has been buffed significantly by the strategy room, which, I can afford another upgrade once I get the books, but that's probably gonna be it for a while. I'm already starting to brew potions. Oh, hi, you need, right, sword. And, oh, yeah, okay. Yeah, here's a, iron sword for you as well. Okay, anyway, alright, now it comes to this guy. This guy is a little bit of a problem. It says actions 3, but that's a lie, because he says he only takes 1 action per turn in his description, but that shot hits... Where is it? But the damage is tripled. So instead of shooting 3 times, he just does 1 attack for triple damage, which doesn't make him sound really... It makes him sound inferior to a regular assassin, because a lot of times you're fighting multiple enemies, and if you kill an enemy with 1 stroke, you'll want to turn and hit more enemies. So the fact that he can only shoot once for triple damage is less good, but then he has the additional fault of always going at the end of the turn, so speed does nothing for him. So on the front of it, it seems like he's kind of bad, right? But he can fight from the back row. Yeah, that doesn't make him sound much more appealing, does it? He has a really good extra damage of 2 times class level, which, like, most assassins are like, oh look, I got 0.5 times class level or something. But that said, even the 2x class level thing isn't exactly an exclusive club here. Where's Carno? I think he was at that level. Yeah, here he is. Here he is. Carno can match him. So, the only thing I can see that makes him special, the fact that he hits with only one attack, means if you have really high defense, I don't think it matters when this much damage comes from a single source. I think it'll punch through defenses. And there's the eyeball. The eyeball gives him an extra 25% damage buff on top of what it normally does. As I said, he doesn't seem very good. Out of context, just in a vacuum, he doesn't seem very good. However, then we add a little context to things. The mountain at depth 4 has this terrible thing that dramatically reduces your speed. But here we have a guy who doesn't care about speed. He's only going to make one attack anyway, and is going to be at the end of the turn anyway. And that's interesting. These enemies aren't exactly walls of defense. I mean, the Hurricane Sylph here doesn't even have defense. However, I don't think any of the enemies here multiply themselves. Unless I'm horribly mistaken. So you won't be fighting unending swarms of enemies. So he doesn't sound so bad if we put him here. Not so bad. I mean, obviously the volcano was far more effective than he'll be. However, I need everything to be air element. The next thing to be replaced would be the black hole. Now, you might think, aha, he combos with the eyeball, but actually, if there's only one damage dealer in the party, the eyeball looks like crap. Seriously, the eyeball is like, I boost you by 25%? Okay, great, with his innate ability as well, that's a 50% buff to him. But if I just put a second attacker in the party over here, I would get another 100% damage. Preferably something that can hit multiple targets, please. Because, you know, that's always a plus. So, the eyeball can't go in here unless I replace Hadriex as well. But Hadriex is in here because of depth 3. Crushing landslide. I've never beaten a depth 4-2 yet. I'm supposed to be able to craft an item that would help. I wouldn't need to worry about the first 3 levels of these things anymore. Holy rune, no, something. Probably uses feathers and antimatter or dark matter or whatever. Anyway, there's supposed to be something I can craft that's supposed to help with that. At which point I could bump Hadriex, put a second damage dealer, and the eyeball. The eyeball still would look a little bit subpar, honestly, even then. But, you know, what can you do? Because, yeah, this defender is more than up to the task of being the defender. But, yeah, nobody here has the capacity to do any damage other than these two. And actually, this guy's got a long way to go. I'm talking big talk, but this guy actually needs to spend a while leveling up. This is all theoretical for him. So, he's not geared either, although the gear is very, very easy for me to come by. Because if there's one thing I have, it's 2020, or 2020 Triple S, fire gear. I can always make more of that. Easy. Easy. So, I'll slip a couple of attack gems in, and, eventually he'll drop Graham for a sword or an axe or something. Probably just a regular sword. The axe, he only makes one attack. It wouldn't make sense on him, right? Probably. Anyway, that's gonna be how that be for now. I have to prepare somebody who's gonna be defense. And weirdly, that's gonna require me to shift things. You might say, well, you know, you can just use another defender. But it says I can only use each type of pet once. Each class can only be slotted once. And that raises the question, did I already talk about this? I might have. Basically, I can't use a defender for both health and defense, and this is a problem. What this means is the defender has 120% health. Nobody else comes close except the blacksmith, who has the exact same number here. The defender, however, has the highest defense. So the defender needs to be the defense one, and I need a blacksmith to be my HP. Unfortunately, I don't really have high-level blacksmiths. I don't really do battlesmiths. So none of my pets here qualify, except one. I have one pet who could do the job, actually, now that I think about it. I have Gray. I'm using her over here right now, but she's a blacksmith. I could also use anything or the book, of course, but I can use her for now. And she would be, well, she's a level 100 blacksmith with, what level are you in terms of class? Level 251 is not terrible. Okay, look, it's not very great, honestly, considering how long you've been adventuring. I expected more out of you, but it's fine. You're split 3 ways or something. The XP is shared in some way. I don't know. Point is, you'll be fine. You'll be useful. This will work. I can use her as the blacksmith, give her defense or hit point boosting items, strip them off the whale. Except I have to... Crap. Anyway, you get what I'm saying. I'll figure it out. The speed character is, I think it's gonna have to be a rogue, right? Yeah, it's the rogue. You know, it's funny, the mage is better than assassin at attack. Isn't that weird? Yeah, no, I'll have to be a rogue for speed. And, I mean, I've been using all my rogues. Except for the, mouse. So I've got them pretty high level, actually. So if I wanted to peel one of these away, yeah, I could definitely do it. I just need to prepare the gear. I have a little bit of time before the strategy books are ready, and this will take, a day and 6 hours to upgrade anyway, so, next one will be defense. So, anyway. Yeah, I'm kind of excited about this whole thing. This is a significant buff. I kind of want to try to gather the rest of the Fool coins, and I kind of want to, I don't know, do other things too. I could try to do the stuff to boost my sword again as well. I could totally try to boost Graham. I don't ever see the eye being really great, but I guess if I push its class level high enough, it would be. Because it's still not got a very high class level. Eventually, if its class level is boosted enough and you have 2 damage dealers, then yeah, it would be the optimal choice. The other damage dealer, though, is going to have to be a mage. I don't have a lot of options for mages in Wind. I could use Gray, I could use the Lizard, I could use the Wizard, but he's not very good. Honestly, he's not very good. He's, there he is. Yeah, 0.63 times class level. I can't use this one so much, because this one's all about speed, which makes it amazing, but doesn't work when you've got 90% of your speed taken away. So, I don't know. I suppose I could go with a second assassin, but then I'd want like a blacksmith on the team. Problems. Anyway, whatever. I'll figure that. That's a problem for another day. I have plenty of time to think about it. I got to get these guys moving on their questing again. Very much looking forward to the next one of these. I'm regretting having started another super generator because I don't have enough chakra pills. I'm still holding back on engaging the chakra pills because I really don't have enough of them. Yeah. Alright, go ahead. Alright, we're slightly stronger. Slightly faster. Oh, do I really have to go to 140? Oh, I'm probably not going to do more of these for a while. But then again, they are extremely low effort. And I still don't see a path to making them significantly faster. At least not anytime soon. And the reward is okay. I don't know, we'll see. Alright, well now. 260. So, we have defense. Well, I'm gonna take you, and I'm gonna remove you, and for the moment I'm gonna take you, and I'm gonna put you here. For the moment, that'll do. And then I could put you here. Okay, well obviously I have to finish the dungeon first. I intend to have her be the hit points and the whale to be the defense. And I'm going to have to juggle the equipment around a bit as best I can for the moment, because we're still crafting the things we need for wind and defense. I mean speed and defense. Speed. Of the 4 primary stats, defense is actually the least important to me right now to give a boost to. Not that defense isn't a tremendously useful stat that you need to have some of when you're in the dungeon. Some of these more fragile people on the front could really use a defense boost so they don't get one-shotted, but hit points are the best way to protect yourself, is to boost hit points. Attack is, of course, attack. And speed is actually a very complicated stat. You might think speed might be the least important because, well, speed is for taking more actions, and all my pets are already at 3 actions, which is the maximum, right? Well, yes, but you might think it's because, yes, going first in combat means you'll knock enemies out before they get a chance to attack. That's not really the problem either. You might think it's because I want speed damage. The truth is, I don't really do speed damage very much. The only team that does that is over here. Okay, this team really uses that defense ignoring speed damage of doom. But nobody else does that. No, it's actually the other way around. Speed damage is crippling to me. When the enemies do significant amount of speed damage, they tend to rip through my defenders. My defenders, see, they have really good defense, but they have really crummy speed by default. And the sort of equipment they run tend to give a lot of hit points and defense, but not any speed. This is the reason why I have so many wind gems equipped. The wind gems are actually there as a kind of armor against speed damage that would otherwise tear them up. And even with 2 speed gems, you can see his speed is, well, his defense is 2.5 times what his speed is right now. Yeah. So this also is the reason for many of the wind element equips being stuck on things that you wouldn't really expect to be wearing a piece of wind element, but they just need the speed to protect them from being wiped out by high-speed attacks. So, the speed boost I actually consider a higher priority, and the defense boost is... Honestly, the defenders are taking the bulk of the hits, and their defenses tend to be really good, so sometimes hits slip through, but for that we've got lots of hit points, right? Depending on who you're looking at, it can be a lot of hit points. I really feel Balrog missed his calling by being a mage. I mean, fire mages are great, but I've got 3 of them. And, I can't fit all 3 of them on this team. But mostly, he has this massive hit point boost that's percentage based, and he's a mage. It's just... You sure you're in the right field? I could make you a defender, you know. You wouldn't be good at being a defender, though, which is annoying. Anyway, that's all what's going on there. Yeah. I still haven't gemmed that up. He's not actually relevant in combat just yet. I mean, he's getting there. He's definitely getting there. During a boss fight, I'm sure he's got some punch to him, but... Ooh. Yeah. Anyway. Again. Ooh. Anyway, I can't modify this until I get finished with the dungeon, and the equipment is still crafting to really make this good. That brings us to this. Ooh. That's a lot of health potions. Well, the strategy books are going to take longer. This is going to be it. We're not going to get to the secondary stats. We're not going to get to the elementals. We're going to be out of sacred stones after this, and this is going to take me quite some time to get that speed buff. How unfortunate. How unfortunate. Oh well, more time to up my speed damage and elemental stats and things over here then, right? Before once speed comes in, I probably have to rethink some of my dungeon strats. level. Because that would increase everybody's... oh, what's this? Oh, good. You finished it. Great. I need you to create mithril shield. Oh, right, of course. Yeah, no, it's got to be plussed up. Right, of course. Anything need reforging? Oh, there's one. Okay, yeah, do that, and then you can work on that. There we go. I need to make a shield. I've got the ring, the sky armor. I didn't manage to get a good bow yet. And we're going to be making the shields. And we have a problem over here. A bit of a problem. So I shifted over to this. Actually, I've started crafting tier 3 items. I need to shift them over to mithril, but we actually have a shortage of magic rocks. Magic iron, whatever it is. The stuff you use to make mithril, we have a shortage of it. Between the robe of economy and you just getting 70% off on everything, we're getting pretty good deals on our sky stones. Unfortunately, we can't make that many of them. I think between the two of them they make, what is it, 30 a day? Thereabouts. Something like that. Also, nothing is almost at level 100 now. Almost there. And the crafting XP per hour he gives is legendary. Actually, it's not that special, honestly. Some of my pets already surpass it, and others are very close to it. I thought it was going to be legendary, but now that I'm looking at it, it's just good. It's good. Certainly better than the pond, which gives like... This is like 2.5 times as much as the fishing pond gives. Yeah, it's gonna be nice when I finish, when I get whatever the maximum is with the pond. I can just take those pets out and use them as crafters or something. They'll get more XP per hour that way. Once we find whatever the limits of the pond are. It's gonna take a while. It's gonna take a while. Man. I'll make the strategy books first, then I'll make the health potions, and then I can turn it down to just a couple of pets working on those things. By the time I get enough sacred stones to go to the next level, we should have already gotten most of what we need. Anyway, defense boost will be nice. I wonder if that'll be enough for me to tackle the April Fool again and get to the 1,000. I think I was gonna wait to win to really give it a go, but you know what? I might just do that. I might just fling this team at it over and over again and see what happens, huh? Yeah. I also need to press through to a depth 2 somewhere, or depth 4-2 somewhere, so that I can craft those things. And I need to consider the Basilisk's quest. I think he was it the forest? He had to go somewhere and win something in the dungeons. I don't remember which dungeon. I'll have to figure it out again. It's, what was going on? Didn't I already do the road to infinity? I swear I did that, didn't I? I swear I did. Was it this? Was this the thing? Okay, hold on. Wait a minute. Okay, okay. Didn't I do this? I swear I did that. Didn't I? I know I did that. And I cut it off early. I didn't run the whole thing. I swear I was fighting something, wasn't I? Am I just crazy? I'm just crazy, aren't I? I don't know. Anyway, I've got a variety of things I can do, and this should help with them. I do think that the Basilisk, assuming its stats are good, its actual abilities, can take up this slot here as my Forest Wizard, which will free him up to go anywhere, and I can definitely make use of him other places. He is a very useful critter. I really dislike having to lock each of these to a specific element to get one of the things. Here it is. Yeah, these. It really cut into the strategy of team building. Honestly, the only reason I have as many defense gems as I do is usually it's because I have a whole bunch of defense gems and I don't have enough water gems to replace everything. At least not tier 15 water gems. So a lot of the times, that's why I'm using so many earth gems, is just because I have them. And I can't break them back to 13 and feed them to my dwarf or anything. This one's interesting, though. She has... Actually, she needs more speed. She should have a speed gem. Anyway. Yeah, she probably should also have a hit point. Anyway, whatever. I'm gonna strategize all day if I... So let's just move along here. Yeah, your speed also. You need a speed gem too, don't you? This helps. This helps a lot, though. The knives are a very good pick for defenders, honestly. As much as it feels like they should have a shield, the knives are useful. I only need 3 more coins, is it? No, 2 coins. I need 2 Fool's coins. So, once I put on the knives, I started making good progress again, and for whatever reason, the weird thing is, once I put the knives on these 2, suddenly I was gaining 16 Fool's coins instead of 13 per run, which is odd. There we go. 16 Fool's coins. There's no reason to collect more than 999 because nothing is gonna... It's not like he gets stronger the more he gets. But yeah, this party basically, if it goes any further, we wouldn't have enough oomph to continue going. However, 2 defenders and a medic were pretty hard for him to kill. So, anyway, we're finally done with this. For a grand total of... Let me put these bombs over here. 1,013. And that means you... Where is he? He's there somewhere. Doggone it. There you are. You are the only neutral element defender in the game. You have an interesting effect. Oh, cool. You have an interesting effect of confusing enemies you hit. You probably want to go with knives. Actually, I have to do a bunch of things. Anyway, he's going to have to level himself up. He's going to have to become part of my dungeoneering team. Basically, the golden chicken is out now. Golden chicken is kicked. I don't know who I'm going to give the egg to right now. It might make sense to give it to a defender like the book. It might make sense. I don't know. Anyway, I'm going to pass the egg to somebody else, and, I mean, it's already in the hands of a defender, but you get what I mean, but another defender. So I'll pass the egg to someone else, and, I'll put the jester in there. I have some pets to rename, since I have no reason to run those again. Anyway, I have some pets to rename, I have some equipment to shuffle around. I guess I'll simply strip all of this off of you and give it to, the fool. You know what the hell, I'll give the fool the egg for the time being. Why not? Yeah, that's fine. He'll just steal your roll outright. I'd probably need to get him a there's a question of getting his elements up, because that's how he does his confusion effect. Anyway, once he's done, and once I replace this here, I'll bump you out with a black hole, and then I only need to replace the chicken, and the party will be all neutral, which will be really great. Really, really glad I'm going to finally have that. As for y'all, I need to remove this gem. That gem shouldn't be there anymore. Okay, I'm going to give you the shield back. Yeah, you can go back to being an indestructible wall. See what I mean? Like, defense of 17,000, speed of just 7,000-ish. Despite having a wind wing and 2 wind gems. Yeah. Anyway, I kind of want to just leave you with the knives. I think I'll take that earth gem off the other one we looked at, and we'll put it on this. And then he'll have, a little bit more slicey in this party, to cut down on defenses and resistances. Yeah, it probably makes sense to do. I don't really need 2 defenders. It's just that you have, you know how it works. This thing's counting as every class right now, but he is strong enough. I could just turn him into something different. What if I made him a rogue? I could get more phoenix feathers that way. Worth thinking about. Contemplating. Anyway, I'm just jazzed to finally have you. That means I only need... This thing's a long way off, so I'm not even going to think about her. I only need to figure out how to evolve you the second step. You have 45,000 upgraded at this point. You've got to be getting close to whatever it is, right? Probably not. The basilisk. Wherever the basilisk is needs to be evolved. Alright. I temporarily put you here. I figure I have enough lying around. Nothings. Like, I'm sitting on a ton of them, so I can just, like... If I need a high-level alchemist somewhere, you know, just put a high-level thing here. It's like, okay, I'll just put him there. Yeah, why not? Anyway. Things are continuing along. Continuing along. Alright. Alright. Evolving you, huh? I'd swear I had already done the Road to Infinity thing. I'd swear I did that! I remember having to do something else with the dungeons, and it wasn't good enough to do it. I think. I'd swear that's what happened. That whatever. Anyway, I'll figure the Basilisk out later. Because of my crippling shortage of chakra pills, I'm sort of sueshing, I think the term is. And I thought about it and decided, oh, I might as well do more divinity challenges while I do that. Why not? So, I've kind of got the whole space dim slated towards pets. Pet XP, drop rates, that sort of thing. That's what I'm pushing real heavy right now. Because I need more sacred stones and pet XP and stuff. Anyway, when the dungeons finish, I think I pull her in and out because I put the gems in her. Her number should be better now than this, I think. And I think I have to reset her. I think. I don't know. We'll see. Oh. Let's check out this guy. Yeah, he's got a long way to go still. Long, long way to go. But still. 40,000. And then he triples that with his shot. And then, I do want to replace this with a wind element. A wind element damage dealer, but my only choice right now would be the chicken. And I think you gotta have a mage. I think you gotta. So I have to think about that. Contemplate it. I kind of want to move you up there and put the basilisk here, and then you could be in here, hitting them with the element they're weak to, of course, that's what it always does. Alternately, I could steal this out. Anyway, wow, we'll just keep going. I just realized that I had my camera in the wrong place this whole time. I apologize. I apologize. That's embarrassing. Yes, Hadriex, you're such a master of this whole YouTubing thing. Oh, you really show you know what you're doing.